The Raiders are better than the Bears. At least for our next coach, this is true. Why we say this is simple. There is information from insiders that the Bears want to hire the best candidate available, but he is not interested in the job they are offering, and the reason will surprise you. Yes, there is a great expectation that he will sign a contract with the Raiders. Some say that he identifies with the Raider Nation. This is simply the best news that Raiders fans could receive. The Las Vegas Raiders continue their search for a new head coach, and it appears that Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson has emerged as a top candidate. Johnson's reputation for revitalizing the Lions' offense and working wonders with quarterback Jared Goff has made him one of the most sought-after names in this offseason's coaching carousel. According to Dan Patrick on The Dan Patrick Show, Johnson might lean toward the Raiders for multiple reasons. Avoiding division rivalries, Patrick reported that Johnson is reluctant to coach a team in the same conference as the Lions, possibly out of respect for head coach Dan Campbell or to avoid competing against Detroit's dominant squad twice a year. Tom Brady's influence. Patrick also mentioned that the presence of Tom Brady, now a minority owner of the Raiders, has added significant appeal to the role. Brady's involvement in the organization, particularly in decision-making, is seen as a draw for candidates like Johnson. Potential for creative freedom. With the Raiders in the midst of a rebuild, Johnson may view the team as an opportunity to shape the roster and offensive system in his image. While securing Johnson would be a significant win for the Raiders, the organization faces several other pressing issues. Quarterback uncertainty. The Raiders currently lack a definitive answer at quarterback. The team will likely explore drafting a signal caller, with names like Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders on their radar. However, selecting either may require a trade-up in the draft, as the Raiders hold the number 6 overall pick. Offensive weapons. Las Vegas must bolster its offensive arsenal. Although Jacoby Myers has performed admirably, the departure of Davante Adams left a void. Finding complementary weapons, particularly at wide receiver and tight end, will be crucial for whoever is under center in 2025. Free agency decisions. The Raiders have several impending free agents and will need to carefully manage their considerable salary cap space to retain key players and address roster gaps. Defensive reinforcements. The Raiders' defense also requires significant improvement, particularly in the secondary and pass rush. Hired, Johnson's offensive expertise could be transformative for the Raiders. His work in Detroit demonstrated an ability to adapt schemes to maximize the talent available, and his innovative approach to play calling has garnered widespread praise. Under Johnson, Goff revitalized his career, leading many to believe Johnson could replicate similar success in Las Vegas with the right quarterback. Brady's growing influence within the Raiders organization is becoming increasingly evident. His presence has reportedly played a key role in attracting Johnson, and his football acumen and leadership may help shape the team's future. However, with significant decisions ahead, including the head coach, general manager, and quarterback positions, Brady's ability to guide the franchise will be under intense scrutiny. While the Raiders have a long road ahead, landing Johnson as their head coach would be a major step toward reshaping the team's trajectory. His offensive brilliance, combined with Brady's leadership, could provide the foundation for a competitive future. However, success will ultimately depend on how well the Raiders address their quarterback situation, strengthen their roster, and execute their off-season strategy. Fans in Las Vegas have reason for cautious optimism, but the franchise must make the right moves to turn potential into progress.